Morning. As of the latest advisory, winds are now 150 miles per hour, making it a very powerful Category 4 hurricane. Pressure has dropped again down to 940 millibars. So it's a very compact storm, but it is really packing a punch. And we'll look at the forecast track for this, expected to continue to move towards Florida and make landfall sometime on Wednesday. Right now,
Happy Tuesday to you, East Texas. We're looking at beautiful conditions out there to start off our day here with just a lot of sunshine and very little in the way of cloud cover. Those temperatures have started to warm up. We're talking about 68 degrees right now. Those winds south, and our friend is still here. He's still here, guys. He's not going anywhere, and I think he has a whole family up there, so we're going to probably be seeing a lot more of him as we go through the coming days. How are you doing today, sir? Anyway, so we're looking here at a lot of sunshine across most of the state of Texas. Welcome back here to Fox 51. Good day and a good Thursday morning to you. Here's a live look from atop the Plaza Tower showing we don't really have much going on this morning, and that'll be the story through the day today, but that'll change as we head into our Friday. And I'll tell you why here in just a second. 78 is that current temperature. Those winds about 6 miles per hour, 90% humidity. So once again, it's very humid this morning. And as we look here across the state, we're not really seeing a whole lot going on, but check out what we're seeing over to our east in Louisiana right now. That low pressure system, that is going to really enhance our rain chances as we go into the day tomorrow, because it'll bring some deeper moisture here into East Texas. Here's a look at what we're seeing right now temperature wise. 70s pretty much statewide, so we're doing pretty good this morning, but as we go into the afternoon, that's certainly going to change. And here's a look at those temperatures locally. Most of us still hanging on to those 70s, although we are starting to rise into the 80s in some locations. And with that, we're going to start to see those 90s heading into the afternoon, potentially even upper 90s in some places. And with the humidity, you factor that into the temperatures that we have out there. We're going to start to see even some heat index values approaching 107 in some locations. So with that, always make sure you're staying hydrated, make sure you're taking breaks if you're spending a lot of time outdoors, and of course use the sunscreen, because we're going to have lots of sunshine today. And because of the heat risk, the National Weather Service has gone ahead and issued a heat advisory for basically the eastern half of the viewing area until 7 o'clock this evening. That is going to be just because those heat index values will be in the danger zone. So make sure you're taking this heat seriously and remember to stay hydrated out there. Then lows tonight get back down into those 70s. So another relatively mild start to our day on Friday. Then we'll be right back up into those 90s as we head into our Friday. Although, check out some of these numbers, though. 90 down here in Deep East Texas. That's because we're going to have more cloud cover, more in the way of rain chances. That's going to lead to those temperatures, of course, being a little bit lower than what we're going to see up in a place like Sulphur Springs, where we're not going to have as much cloud cover and rain chances up that way. And still, those heat index values will be up there in some locations, potentially up to 105 degrees, especially across the Interstate 30 corridor. Now, with regards to those rain chances, we're talking about not crazy numbers, but about a 30% chance here along the Interstate 20 corridor as we go through Friday and Saturday. And those chances will be a little bit higher, especially as you head down towards Deep East Texas into our Friday. Here's a look at Futurecast showing that cloud cover will start to creep in as we go into tonight, maybe even a couple of showers across Deep East Texas, and then those rain chances really start to ramp up as we go into our Friday. We're going to talk about some deeper tropical moisture in all layers of the atmosphere moving in. And once that happens, you really start to realize all this moisture that we have across the area in terms of rain chances. And we're going to see our pretty good fair share of that as we head into Friday. Then we lose daytime heating and we'll lose those rain chances Friday night, but then we'll get more of that as we go into our day on Saturday. And as we've been talking about, the highest rain chances are going to be down here across our southern counties. So the farther south and east you go, that's the highest rain totals as well. So a place like Hemp Hill is likely going to have more rain than somewhere, say, like Tyler, especially even Sulphur Springs. The farther north and west you go, the drier it's going to be. Now, looking at the satellite out here, this disturbance is very unorganized. So as far as any development happening out of this, really running out of time, not expecting a whole lot. And honestly, I'm surprised the National Hurricane Center has kept its odds at 30% because the way it looks right now, it just looks like a rainmaker. And that's really all we're going to be seeing out of this. Models really taking this inland over Louisiana. It makes its closest approach to us as we go into the day tomorrow, which is why we'll have our highest rain chances as we go into tomorrow afternoon. So here's a look at that Saharan dust. We've still got some of that here across East Texas. We'll get a little bit of a break from that, especially with that moisture moving in, and then we'll start to see more dust as we dry out heading into next week. So here's a look at that forecast for you today. 96 degrees, mostly sunny, hot and humid. Then tonight we're going to be partly cloudy. Things are going to be cooling off, relatively cooler, especially compared to what we'll see during the afternoon. 74 for that low. We could see a couple of showers, especially down to our southern counties towards morning, but most of the rain is going to hold off until we go into our day on Friday. That's when we'll have about a 30% coverage here across the East Texas area. And then deep East Texas is going to see those chances a little bit higher. Then rain chances continue into Saturday and start to taper off by Sunday. Monday and Tuesday will feature sunshine, and those temperatures as a result of lower rain chances will really start to warm back up. Looking down across deep East Texas with that deeper moisture, we're going to start to see those rain chances really ramping up. 60% coverage on your Friday, down to 30% Saturday, and then a lot more isolated in nature on Sunday. Then we'll be looking at some sunshine, much drier weather heading into next week, and as a result, those temperatures back into those mid to upper 90s. And for more on that forecast, you can visit us over at fox51.com.